All right. This is the first ever episode
First episode here.
of our podcast.
Humble beginnings.
Very humble beginnings.
Very humble. We had to get used to looking at the camera instead of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I keep looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like I'm not used to. Like the entire time we were on the live, like I was like looking back at it, I was just like, bro, I kept hardcore staring at the computer or the monitor.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, I
really?
mean, because the chat was right there. We had
Yeah.
chat open,
Yeah.
so
this-
we were looking at chat. It's hard. This is weird.
Yeah. Like I had people like text me. They were like, "Why were you look at the camera?" I'm like, bro, like.
Really?
Yeah, freaking like who said that? Angelo said that. Isaac, Max, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, why didn't you look at the camera? I'm like, bro, like to read what you're saying, we have to look like this. Camera's up there, bro. Like,
Yeah. They don't get it. They don't get the YouTube.
And we're barely just getting into this, so
Yeah.
like, yeah. If this starts popping, we'll have like maybe our own cams. We have a Chris cam and an Eli cam.
Facts. We'll have like if we get this shit jumping, there'll be 3 cameras, one for each of us, and then one for the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then
Shit.
like yeah, and then whenever we'll have like guest people like Josiah, Jaden, whoever wants to join in the podcast, we'll just have. We're gonna need at least move the bed because just
I mean, they could sit right here in the middle.
yeah,
You
just,
just have to,
have
like-
them a chair. I don't mind just pushing my mic like this.
And then
talking
just
to
them right in the middle.
Yeah.
That's where your other mic would come in handy. That free roam.
Oh
mic.
shit, that's true
'Cause
actually.
now I got a software.
And
I
I just
hacked my computer and I'm able to have 2 mics run at the same time because I'm a god.
That's true. That's true. I have my mic in my car. I mean, we could just leave it here and then like test it maybe another time, maybe later today, like after we're done, and then
I'm down.
see if it works. And then that could just be the guest mic there for whoever's
Yeah.
that guest. I don't know who's gonna be our first guest. If you want
It's
to be a
up to you
guest
guys
on our
to
first
decide.
episode, yeah,
Who wants it the
Josiah.
most?
yeah, who wants it the most?
They're gonna be like, really? 11 subscribers? Who the fuck's gonna want to be on this shit?
bro, 11's is a good start from like where we, yeah.
No video and 11 subscribers. Thank you guys, because that some clutch shit. We got a TikTok and an Instagram up and rolling.
Oh, that's true. That's gonna be in the bio.
hella sellout.
Yeah.
Go right now. Right now.
First person to like and subscribe gets a free
$1.
yeah, a free dollar.
We'll give you a donut.
Yeah, I'll go to Walmart and get one of those little Krispy Kreme donuts and just I don't know, give you one. I don't know, they're all glazed, so
All right, guys, we're doing a YouTuber giveaway. First person to like, subscribe, and comment on the video, we'll get you an iPad Mini Pro. I don't think what I said was just like at all an Apple product. iPad Mini Pro.
I think that's a thing.
Is it an iPad Mini Pro? It might be. I don't know.
I think let me
I
look
just
this
I
up,
just have the
bro.
iPhone.
I hate my iPhone. I might go to what are they called? Like the
Android?
not Android.
Google?
No, yeah, that Google Pixel, bro. This looks fire.
Well, you got the XR though.
Yeah, XR, bro. This trash, bro. My
How?
volume. Have I showed you what my volume?
Oh, that's just your phone though.
Dude, yeah. And then like I'll get notifications on Snap and like it won't even show me on my phone. And then like it won't even load for like a good 10 minutes and then I won't even yeah. So it's weird. And then
Guys,
like
this sounds like a load of bullshit. So if he's dropping you guys a snap text, you guys know why.
or like I'll
Ain't
send
that
a
some
snap,
shit?
Or I'll send a snap and then like it will just disappear. Legit. I'm just like, really? Like yeah, so I hate my phone.
After every story, we just have to look at the count and just be like, ain't that some shit?
Ain't that some shit? This
Ain't that
is
some shit?
yeah. That's for sure. Dude, freaking on my way here actually. I got on the freeway and I was like, what the hell? Cause like there was a big line of cars and I was like, a traffic jam? Like this early in the morning? Like
Yeah.
what the hell? And like I was like looking cause I'm going down the ramp, so I mean I could get like an overview before I go like see what the freeway's looking like.
Yeah.
And I just saw like a traffic jam. I'm like, what the hell? So the traffic, it's like it was late, and like I was in the middle lane, and like the lane to my right, there was like a car with their hazards on. I was like, okay, like maybe it's just their car tripping out,
Yeah.
bro. The car in front of them also had their hazards. There was like a line of like 10 cars with just hazard lights on. I was like, what the what is this? And then like I don't know what it looked like the Pope, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I swear, I'm not
Was
lying,
Mr.
bro.
President in New Mexico or
I,
what?
bro, it looked like the Pope. Like, you know how the Pope has his own vehicle? Like,
I
I'm
gotta
telling you,
edit that out of the video because I just gave away our location.
Mr. President.
Get down, Mr. President. What's it called? Dude, it's funny you say that because I just watched a YouTube or a TikTok, and it was describing what it's like for the president to
this
get
is-
from one place to another.
This is what it looked like. I'm telling you, bro. It looked just like that.
The Pope Mobile?
I don't know what it was. It looked, bro. I'm telling you, it looked something just like this, and I was just like, really? Like, did I not? Am I not informed?
Make sure you don't show the cup. This is not sponsored. He scoots back as it's still in frame. Not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Yeah. Yeah, that was my morning. Well, I woke up and it's one of those mornings. I don't know. Just in a slump, I was just like, bro, I don't want to move. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm getting kind of hungry. So I made spaghetti as y'all were joking and laughing about me. 'Cause
Oh
thought
yeah.
had
I wasn't
ground
joking. I wasn't making any fun.
I thought I had ground beef. Bro, low key though, you try with pork chops, like
Pork
just
chops and spaghetti?
Yeah, just dice them up, bro. Pretty good. Had
You guys hear that? Pork chops and spaghetti. Try it out.
yeah, bro. You trying to impress the wifey, bro?
Trying to ball on a budget, but impress the wifey.
Bro,
Pork chops and spaghetti.
just get some pork chops, dice them up, bro. Throw in a little bowl, get spaghetti, in the noodles. Just do what you gotta do, bro. Mix it up. Garlic bread too, bro. Gas, bro.
Trying to impress the wife, but ball on a budget. Throw some carrots in a pan. Season the carrots. Bon appetit. The rest are retarded, I swear. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, it
7 minutes in, and
it's a good start though. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's our first time, really. I mean, our first try was live, so we were having people give us topics and whatnot. So
yeah, we were able to keep it alive, but it's
Ye-
just us two and the camera, and
yeah, once we grow a bigger fan base, we'll start going live more often.
Yeah.
Just because it's like 12.
and we're taking
It's
this
new.
really seriously. Like we're gonna try and do it, and we're gonna start off with doing a podcast, but we're gonna try and keep our playbook wide open. We're gonna try and do gaming, vlogs, sprinkle a little of that in. I think we would put in a vlog. I could see that a
for
vlog
football.
go in first, then gaming.
Yeah. Well, we play football mostly. Well, that was not coming out mostly every Saturday. So
Yeah.
we have a little I don't know what to call it. It's like a body band with the camera right here. So maybe one of these Saturdays we could play football. Or if you want it on you or me, go play football and just I'd have it like a little vlog for the. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and you know that other dude with the GoPro over there? We could
Mhm.
like get some of his footage too if he's cool with it. Cause I don't know his YouTube channel or whatever, but
It's just us getting like mossed on.
like I was just getting shit on.
Yeah.
It's like you see me tripping and falling in the background, and then like Christian
Eat
just
dirt, bro. Just face plant, just turf burn all in your face.
it just shows like his camera just like stiff arming my face while he runs the ball.
Yeah. You got like a bad angle on you. You're just like, really? Like,
You just freeze the frame in them all. I'd like to know how much of this is actually gonna make it into the YouTube video because we're not professional. We're gonna edit this, but this is gonna be ain't that some shit? Like this is gonna be some shit.
yeah. Just,
Trying to edit and see what makes the final cut is gonna be interesting. That's all I gotta say. But yeah,
yeah. So that'd be pretty fun to do. Vacations in the future as well. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Dallas Cowboy games, Chicago Bears, some football games. So let's talk. Since we're on that subject, it's like the easiest subject for us to talk about because we kind of know our shit. Him more than me, but I can talk football. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
I'm a Bears fan.
Leave your hate comments. Leave your hate in the comments. I've heard it all. I promise. But I'm not a retarded Cowboys fan. This is not our year, and is next year our new year? Probably not. The year after that, probably not. I say that and we win. Watch.
My mom's calling me. 1 second. This isn't making the cut. Hello? Ew. Pretty good, yeah. Recording the first episode of the podcast. You're good. I will. Alright, bye.
Mama Martinez.
Mama Bear. Yeah,
Mama Bear.
Mama Bear called.
Is that just Mama Bear? Is that what we're just gonna call our parents? Mama Bear, Papa Bear.
Yes. I got mentioned in the chat, but what were you saying? Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm not a retarded Cowboys fan. Trust me, I've been let down too many times to talk my shit. There was one year, it was 2014, right, middle school, and
Dez caught it here?
yes.
Okay.
And this was not the playoffs. So this was at this time. This was a regular season. 2014 Cowboys. We had just played the Packers, and that's actually when I started first trying to pay attention and get into football, and we had beat the Packers. And I have a cousin who is a Green Bay Packers fan. If you're watching this, what's up, cousin? And I talked my shit because he's a dirty Green Bay Packers fan. He will rip into us. He'll let us have it. The years where we just get beat, he'll call up my dad and, yeah, how you like them apples, and he'll just talk his shit, and my dad will have to sit. I felt so bad. So my dad just had the biggest smile on his face because he saw me ready. He had that phone ready, and he's like, "You want to talk?" And my dad just let me talk. My dad did not say a word, and I was just like, "How you like that game, cousin? Huh? Did you guys? Oh my God, we killed you with the run game. We threw all over you guys." And he was just like, "All right, let's just wait. Let's see how far you guys can make it." Divisional round 2014.
Not when you play the refs. Not when you play the Green Bay refs.
Just to find out 3 freaking years later, it was actually catch.
Yeah, but
Just that makes it worse. But yeah,
it was Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my God.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
If karma had ever hit me, Green Bay. That's why I never talked my shit again. My dad looked at me and he's like, "I told you." He's like, "Look, this is why I never talk shit." And look exactly what you did. It just blows up right back up in your face. So I never talked my shit again. I've talked it. There's a Falcons fan at work, and she wore a Matt Ryan jersey, and I almost wanted to be like, "Oh, are you okay?" And then if she was like, "What? Why?" And she's like, "Oh, it looked like you were choking because I had the jersey on." So I almost said that, but I didn't. And so she wore Matt Ryan, and I was like, "Oh, you're a Falcons fan?" And she's like, "Oh, you're a Cowboys fan?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but we're doing better than you guys." And I think that's when we lost to the Broncos.
At least you dropped a 40 burger on there.
We did. And she wore a Julio jersey, and I was like, "Oh, your team's still ass, but at least you put a better player on your back." And she was like, "Don't disrespect my boy Matty Ice like that." She's like, "That's my husband right there." And I was like, "Okay, whatever. And if you want to say that, I mean, sure, Zeke's my dad." if we're comparing that, Dak's my uncle, Zeke's my dad, and DeMarcus Ware is my grandpa.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
I don't think that makes sense.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, so I keep forgetting tomorrow's Thursday. We play the Saints tomorrow.
Ooh, it's gonna be good.
We've lost 3 of our last 4, and Saints have lost all 4 of just 4 in a row. They've lost in the last 4 weeks.
I think it's a more valuable game to the Saints, although, and it's at New Orleans, right? It's in the Superdome. Yeah, it's in the Superdome.
Okay.
Bro, yeah, the Saints are gonna play hard. Kamara comes back this week.
Of course.
Taysom Hill's back, but he's the starter though, so he won't be as a gadget player.
Oh, so Trevor Seaman is not gonna be in?
No, they. As soon as he beat Brady, that was the highlight of his life. He's not doing anything else.
Who?
Trevor Siemian.
Oh.
He beat Brady.
Oh yeah. As a Bronco, right?
No, he beat him this year. The Saints
As the Saints?
The Saints beat the Bucks this year.
Oh, the Bucks. Why was I thinking the Patriots? Wow. I know my stuff, guys. I'm over here. Wow.
Yeah, no. So
they did. Yeah, that's right. They beat the Bucks and the Falcons.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, but this game's more important in New Orleans, so I wouldn't be shocked if they sneak this one. It's gonna be a close game. I don't see it being like. I'd probably say 21-17.
The last time we played them, the score was
15-12.
mm,
10-12. It was 10-12.
10-12,
Mm?
and then the one before that was 13-10.
Mm?
So
Yeah.
just to show you, it's these games are normally all defense.
Yeah,
Let's see
no.
this game because we have, I mean, they're gonna be higher powered offenses. I don't know what about their defense. Our defense.
Yeah, we're good.
Are we getting any of our D linemen back? I don't even know. They're still out, huh?
I think DeMarcus Lawrence is out this week, and then Randy Gregory might be out this week too.
Still.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Well-
and I think you guys get Coop back and CD if he passes concussion protocol.
I know we got Coop back. I don't know about Tyron Smith because I know he was like,
Give me.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was iffy. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I think we get CD Lamb back this week. I know we got Coop back for sure, but yeah, no, I don't go into any game confident because like
I go into Lions games confident. I can tell you that. And
I can't even say that about my
Thanksgiving,
division, dude. My division's so weird that we could play the Giants and they win. I just
I don't know, man. Football's weird. But
Alright,
the Lions
yeah.
are just a gimme. Well, this year.
this year
Yeah.
Be careful.
Like, yeah.
because you're gonna be like, oh, they're a gimme, and next season they just
Well,
shit
yeah,
on
yeah.
your whole division.
Yeah. They beat us last year. That's not a good one last year because bad play calling. I don't know why we're passing when you have a 10-point lead. Just run the damn ball. Just close the game out. But, you know.
Matt Nagy.
Man, Nagy, that bum-ass nigga, boy. Get that I hope he gets Notre Dame job. I think he might take the Notre Dame job, so.
He better take any job because he ain't gonna have one by the end of
McDonald's,
this season.
nothing. He better take that
McDonald's.
McDonald's. He could be a good cook.
Yeah.
Flip that whole play. Just flip that burger.
Literally, you don't do shit as a McDonald's cook either. I wasn't a cook, but that was my first ever job, and they didn't do really anything. You just literally get the quarter-pound patty, just like take off the plastic, slap that hole on there, press a button, and then the machine comes down and it flattens the patty, and then you have to sit there and like watch it, but like you're standing there watching it, and then you flip it, then you think you press the button again, and it comes down and it cooks it, and then you just season it, done. That's it. But yeah, yeah, dude, I don't know. People, why are you Cowboys fan? You haven't even seen them go to the Super Bowl. What have you been able to watch? And I'm like, I don't know. Hopefully some good shit, man. Hopefully some in the future. I mean, this year it was a good year, and then we started losing, but.
Bunch of cakewalk games.
Yeah.
The Bucks game was the hardest game you guys had at the first half of the season, and then
New England was a tough one.
New England
Don't
was a
discard
tough
New
one.
England.
That was a tough one. I
Chiefs
think
was a tough
if you
one.
play New England now, you guys lose.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like after that loss, like they found out like the rhythm.
Yeah.
So
I at the start of the season, I had thought for sure Bucks, Patriots, Chiefs, and the Cardinals were for sure losses, and the Saints. Saints were a coin flip, especially now. I mean, both of our teams are pretty beat up. Them a little worse than ours, but they're still getting some players back. But like,
they're still in the hunt. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
not, NFC, the lower seats in the NFC are still open. So yeah, teams with like 3 wins, 4 wins, or no, not 3 wins. Cut that out. 4 wins are still in the race or in the hunt. So
but like those 4 games I knew for sure were gonna be losses, and I mean one of those I was wrong. It was just the Patriots, but I had just watched so many YouTube videos on, everyone choosing the Cowboys and how we beat the Chiefs flat out, like on paper, just overall, how we should have just won and we shit the bed.
Dak, disappointed in that game.
Well, we abandoned the run game, and I don't know why. Like I guess Mike McCarthy's like, let him throw it, bro. Just
Well, I mean, there's been a report, actually, Kellen Moore went on an interview yesterday. He's like, there's been many times where I've called run plays because I guess, like, reporters are like, I've called run plays, but Dak audibles it out.
really.
Yeah, so I heard that this morning. Actually, I was watching Undisputed, and they were like, yeah. And I was like, well, maybe it's not Kellen Moore. It's Dak. They paying me $75 million this year. Let me throw the damn ball.
He's like, let me show what I can do, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's not the best call.
No, not at all. Like, Dak's good, but I think he's lifted a lot by his talent around him.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree on that. Like, he does have a lot of.
When he faces real life, like tougher, like harder NFL situations. Because we saw Rodgers go to Phoenix or Arizona and without Devontae, Alan Lazard, Marquez, Robert Tonyan got hurt. Aaron Jones, no, he was healthy at that game. AJ Dillon, just his running backs were healthy, and he beat the number one undefeated team.
Yeah.
And I mean, Dak went to Arrowhead with CeeDee Lamb. I mean, he got hurt unfortunately, but couldn't.
Doesn't
beat
help when
a
you're
worse defense.
Right. But it doesn't help when your wide receivers drop the damn ball
Yeah.
and you abandon the run game. Like, I mean, and but that also comes back to Dak, is like, if he's audibling these pass plays out and or run plays out and he's passing it, he's not, doing a good job deciding on where the ball goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, I can
Especially
agree with you to a point, but if our wide receivers just like aren't going to catch the ball, who's that helping?
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I feel
yeah,
like Thanksgiving was all Dak. I think there's been a couple times, like especially if you're playing the Raiders defense that had a gauntlet of a season, not their season just outside of football with freaking not Goodell. What's his name?
Oh,
Gruden.
They would be so much better if they didn't lose their coach or Henry Ruggs. I feel
think-
like
yeah.
they have been losing games because of the crucial player. And who's their safety that's out?
Which one?
They have he was out against us, and he was a good one. I forgot. They had, and he was out. I want to say Minka Fitzpatrick, but that is
He's
the
a
Steeler.
Steeler. Yeah, no, I don't know. I was like, because Jonathan Abram played that game. I remember him playing that game, and then, I don't know their other safety's name. It doesn't come off the top of my head.
He's a pretty big name, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because he dropped it, and I was like, "Oh wait, he's on the Raiders."
Yeah. I can't think. Maybe Haha.
No, where is he?
He's a Raider.
Is he really?
Hmm. I think he's a Raider. He's a Raider. Yeah, because he was the Niners, and then he was on the practice squad, and then the Raiders signed him. Yeah, he's a Raider right now.
Did he play against us? Because I didn't see him at all on the field.
I think he's just like a third string player right now. So
He used to be so good on Green Bay, and then just
yeah, and then he went to the Washington team and team in
Oh,
Washington,
yeah.
and then he went to Chicago, had a pretty good year, and then after that, it just disappeared.
He went to us and didn't do a whole lot. And
Got cut before the season started because
Oh,
he was
yeah.
questioning Rob Marinelli. I think it was your defense coordinator last year. I think that was your defense coordinator last year.
Did you see my Insta story by chance? Like
Which-
before you came up?
Which one? I probably did. What was it?
It was about our safety, DeMonte Casey, I think.
Oh no.
Dude, this homie like got pulled over, and you could tell he's like, faded. He's on some stuff, and it's not bad. It's either he's high or drunk.
Probably drunk.
And the cop pulled him over, and he's like trying to describe. He's like, "Oh, I'm from Atlanta, man, and I'm not used to all these like bumps or signs on the road." And I'm like couldn't make out what he was saying. And then the cop was like, "So where are you coming from?" And he's like, "Oh, not nowhere, man. I was just hanging out with Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott, man. We were all just hanging out." And then the video cuts out.
That man had. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, I see it right here. Let's see.
Put it to the mic.
Yeah, that would have cut that out. I'm like, you a cowboy? Especially if you're reading cop, man.
Yeah.
You go home. You be safe, man.
I'd be like,
You need an escort?
I'll take you home. That's what I was gonna say. I'd be like, I'll drive behind you, bro, just to make sure. I won't put my lights on, bro. Just get home safe.
Yeah, I need your defense to put me good 8 points for me in fantasy this
Yeah.
week, man.
I got you in fantasy, bro. So
So I can't
Clutch
risk
up.
you. I can't risk you being gone this week.
hey, get your ass home.
Yeah, oh, that's good, true, man. If you need, we don't want no Henry Ruggs situation here. Then, yeah,
Facts.
Yeah,
I don't know if he got in trouble for that. It just shows like the cops
Yeah, he'll probably face something like off season. Probably like him.
might get fined or
Fine.
something.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, obviously, no people were injured.
Right.
It looks like
He just got
But
pulled
still,
over.
I mean, it's still not acceptable. but-
Right. He was bad enough to where he got pulled over, so
Yeah.
that's not good. I thought it was gonna be worse, but it wasn't all that bad, and I was like, oh, okay, that's good. But
The Raiders. Yeah,
who do you guys play this?
play the Cardinals, and I just saw that DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray are practicing this week. So And Justin Fields has cracked ribs. I found out this week too, so he's not playing for probably the season. He's probably out for the year at
So-
this point. I'd put him out for the year at this point.
So do you trust Andy Dalton,
I
Red
don't
Rifle?
trust- If we could pull an upset here, I would be
No.
hardcore believers.
No, just Andy Dalton. Do you think he could like
he
match
could.
up against Kyler Murray, like against Cardinals defense? Do you think he could?
Kyler has shown that when he gets hurt, after he gets hurt, he doesn't perform the same.
And he doesn't bounce back.
No, because Cardinals last year were 6-2, and then Kyler got hurt, and they finished the year 8-8 last year and missed the playoffs. So, I feel like if
This
I
will
just
be
need
a
to
rough
see
game for
what
them.
Kyler Murray wants to look like. I'm scared what D Hop's gonna do
Yeah,
because D Hop is D Hop.
he is the player on their team that has like the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could say that with Kyler Murray as well, but like, I mean, he has that injury bug on him, and that
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I give the Bears a 30% chance to win this week with Andy Dalton. I think I'd rather have Andy Dalton in this position than Justin Fields.
Yeah,
But it'd be good to have Justin out there just to learn what it's like to play in a harder playoff team.
I mean, just get you experience against all teams, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm not mad that he'll sit out.
Yeah.
I mean, go get healthy.
I mean, like if Matt Nagy was smart, he'd realize that this is a little bit of a rough start for the Cardinals, like because they're getting both their players back. I don't know. I just feel like this is a chance to like knock them off their feet, like
Yeah.
But Matt Nagy has not been that coach for you guys. And honestly, when you put that post on your Insta story, it was like saying, Mitchell Trubisky went this far with Matt Nagy and, Andy Dalton ain't doing it. Maybe Mitch Trubisky had some talent. I'm starting to think, maybe Mitchell Trubisky wasn't the bad guy.
No, Mitch isn't. He's good.
He just was overthrowing so bad.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a difference between the year we went 12-4, and then I think we went 8-8 the next year. Dude, like the play calls just switched up. Like we were playing like as if we had like Mahomes on our team. What, Mitch? And I was like, dude, really? Like, why aren't you using bootlegs and running around like
Right.
working to Mitch's like power? He thought making Mitch throw like 60-yard bombs. I'm like, he can't do that.
Yeah.
He can't do that.
I mean, he could. He was overthrowing every wide receiver.
Yeah, man.
But, like, it
throwing
was
across
crazy.
his body. Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Just like a couple times. Like I look back at highlights now. I'm just like, why would you call that? Like,
Yeah.
run the ball. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but
Matt Nagy was trying to go for them highlight reels or what?
I don't know what he wanted.
Or maybe it wasn't Matt Nagy. Maybe it was Mitch switching up the calls.
No, Mitch. Nagy would never give Mitch the.
Really?
That man wouldn't give him the keys to his door. That man. Yeah.
I want to give him keys to the locker room.
No, that man wouldn't. No. But I was saying, yeah, I like Mitch a lot. Actually, I think he deserves another chance. I think if a good position for him to go, because he only signed a 1-year contract with the Bills, probably
Yeah.
the Broncos next year. If he could play with the Broncos, and if they get like a good offensive coordinator next year, if they fire Vic Fangio, because I don't think he'll stay after this year. I think he's gone.
Yeah.
But I think if they get Mitch with the playoff experience quarterback that's made it to the playoffs twice,
Yeah.
and somebody that knows what they're doing with that offense, like if you keep the pieces around him, he'll do good.
Yeah. I could see, what's it called? Like Mitch also having a landing spot in New Orleans because,
New Orleans, I was thinking that right now too, actually. Yeah.
yeah, because, like, I mean, Jameis Winston, I mean, he's good, but, like, has he
ACL.
been fantastic? Has he been,
He-
like, a franchise quarterback you want to build around? Like, I don't know. I think Mitch could have, like, a good second chance, but I don't know. I mean, he had to have been, like, he was such a high prospect for a reason. So, like, he had,
Yeah.
there has to be something to him.
Yeah. There's times I wish like we got Watson and Mahomes, but like I was like we'd be in a worse position right now, because then we'd.
I mean, you guys might have a Super Bowl, but I mean, he wouldn't be with the Chiefs. So, like, how would you feel with your coach right now if you had Mahomes?
Confident. I'd feel very confident because Nagy was with Mahomes his rookie year. He's on the Chiefs, and he knows Mahomes. So having them both over there, I mean, yeah, running the Andy Reid system with Mahomes there would be pretty nice. I think we could have won a Super Bowl with Mitch that double doink year, because I mean, the number one team I was concerned about was the Saints, and I mean, our defense was just. I've never seen something like this defense.
Never seen anything
like
like it.
I think we got like I don't remember how many turnovers. It was insane amount of turnovers.
Your
And our pass
kicker,
rusher,
man.
yeah,
And wasn't that the whole game? Like it wasn't just that kick, right? Didn't he miss like another field
it
goal?
was the whole season. He was like this. He like we were 12-4, and I could realistically say he lost us. Well, I remember we lost to Miami because of field goal, but I mean it was like a 50+ yard field goal. I wasn't mad about it, but there was a couple times, and then we played Detroit. We didn't lose, but we put a whooping on them that year. I think it was like 13 to like 30 something, and like our kicker hit the crossbar like 4 times that game, and I was just like, "The hell's wrong with him?" Like, so I'm trying to break a record, and then just
Dude, I think we need to move on from our kicker after this
Greg
season.
Zuerlein. I'm pretty confident he's gonna cost you your season. I'm pretty confident he's gonna cost you your season.
Dude, there's so many times I want to punch him in the face because he missed a field goal and an extra point against the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 4 points, and it was what, 32-29? 4 points, that's 33-32. I mean, it's Brady,
Different
but
game.
still, like, yeah, it's a whole different ball game. We would have had the lead a couple times throughout that game if we would have had those points.
He missed Denver,
It would have made the play call different. Denver, yes.
but that was just domination by Denver.
Denver's just a
They
different story.
dominated.
I can't remember if he missed any during the Chiefs because I was working most of these. I work Sundays, so I couldn't see like the whole game.
I think he missed one. It was like before half, though. I mean, it was just kind of a gimme kick, like trying to let's see if we could take our points.
And then, oh my God! Like Thanksgiving, he missed another field goal, and I think an extra point again. So that's another 4 points. Like, dude, like just give us a break, bro. Like
kickers are hard to find. I'm the first person to tell you that kickers are hard to find. Teams like the Ravens that just have a gimme kick every
Lucky.
damn time.
Yeah,
Shit, I'd take that. I'd take a. I would say.
Steven Gostkowski.
No.
What?
As soon as he left the Patriots, that meant.
Where did he go?
He went to the Tennessee Titans last year. I think that was last year starting on the team.
Oh yeah.
Missed so many damn kicks. I think
Really?
like they played. Titans played the Giants week 2 that year, and I think he missed like 4 field goals. They still won.
Of course they still won.
Yeah.
Dude, if I had him on fantasy, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
The amount of points.
Yeah. So I think kickers are a very important position to
Oh,
have
yeah.
on a team.
They're very underrated.
Yeah.
Punters. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I could live without a good punter. I mean, if you have a good offense, then yeah, I could live without a good punter,
Yeah.
or at least a good defense. I mean,
Yeah.
just give us the ball back right away. Just push him back. Yeah. I think if we're talking most important positions, I think quarterback's number one. You can't go as far as your quarterback. Quarterbacks are like the cheat code to like being a good team in the NFL. Russ is having a trash year, but I mean, there's been so many times that I'm like, this team's not gonna make the playoffs, and Russ just in the MVP race until like the second half of the season. But I mean, they've already stacked up so many wins.
Yeah.
They just win.
Like,
Rodgers. When was the last time you heard, or Gary Alexander, except for him, but like, when was the last time you heard of a Packers like first round pick that hit?
I can't tell you.
Yeah, Devontae Adams was like I think he was drafted in the second round. I think he was 53 overall. But I mean, yeah, just if you give Rodgers this a good weapon, and just to think he could have had Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf if the Packers front office knew what they were doing.
Shit. Oh my God. I can't even.
Yeah, because they drafted Jordan Love instead of Justin Jefferson. I thought they were gonna get Jefferson that year because he was just dropping. I was like, why is he dropping so damn much? And then Eagles took Jalen Reagor, and I was like,
He's a wide receiver too, right?
yeah, and just cost the Eagles a game on Sunday, and now
Yeah.
Eagles fans are livid this week. There's been a lot of Eagles fans that I've been like seeing that like, oh, yeah,
And
just that's the whole
Who
season.
shall not be named. Yeah. She pissed too.
I haven't talked to her. I haven't seen her story either, but I'm pretty sure she's pretty heated. Especially like
Probably.
the Giants this week. That was a must-win for Philly this week. If you were gonna make a playoff run, were gonna have to. I mean, you could beat. You have the Giants again in 2 weeks, I think, or no, next week, not this upcoming week, but they have the Giants again next week, and that's in Philly. Is it in Philly this week? I think it's in Philly. It's in Philly. Yeah. So if they could beat, I mean, I think I'm pretty confident the Eagles could beat the Jets. Knock on wood. Because I mean, I don't think the Jets have ever beat the Eagles in like their entire like franchise history. I think they're like 0 and like 13. against them in their whole franchise. So
Damn.
I don't think they're beating. I'm pretty confident.
That's the only New York team to just straight lose to the to the
Yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah. But if Philly could win this week, beat the Giants next year, they have Washington twice, and then you guys. So
Last game of the season.
that depending on where Philly is, or I think Washington
That'll
as
be a
well.
huge game for them.
Washington will be your biggest game.
Yeah, well, because we play Washington, then New York,
Twice.
then Washington.
Washington,
I hate our schedule. Our schedule, whoever did it was stupid.
Washington is the hottest team right now in the league right now. I think if you beat the Bucks, you beat the Carolina Panthers with Cam Newton coming home, and it's hard to beat a team on like a team high because Cam Newton's homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, if you see videos on that stadium, bro, you might as well crown the Panthers champions that game. That whole stadium. And then who they beat the other night right now? Seattle. If you're able to beat a Cam Newton on his high, Tom Brady, and Russell Wilson, I mean, at least Russell. I mean, something's
But like
wrong with
Seattle,
Russ.
like I don't know what happened with the Bucks. Like they downright shit the bed.
Yeah.
Seattle has just been in a downward spiral.
I
I thought they were gonna be good.
It's rebuild time this year if I'm Seattle. Honestly, I'm rebuilding if I'm Seattle.
Trade Russ for whatever picks you can get.
Yeah.
And I saw I saw a post that scared me. Someone was like,
Eagles.
"Yep,"
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "No, God,
He said Russ said that he was
No.
willing to waive his no trade clause for the Eagles.
no."
I would if I was Russ. I mean,
Please.
you
Oh
have
my
a good
God,
position.
please.
In
What about
Philly.
Jalen Hurts?
I
Learn off of
like
Russ?
I like Hurts. I like Hurts a lot. I like him a lot. I was a big fan when he was in Alabama actually, and then he traded to Oklahoma. But what did I say?
What
Jalen
about-
Hurts. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. He's
Would you sit him and learn from Russ, or would you trade him?
You can't have both quarterbacks. That's gonna create so much tension in the locker room. I mean, you saw it with what's the team that like switched quarterbacks midseason? They were both gone. Last year with the Bears, go from Mitch to Nick Foles, and now Mitch is gone. You can't do that to your locker room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same thing with the Bears this year. You can't go from. I think there was many reports saying that like the Bears players wanted what's his name, Justin Fields to start Week 1, but Matt Nagy was like, nah. And then like the president of the Bears was like, you're gonna start him this week. Like he's gonna be the starter. I had to go to Matt Nagy's office and tell him. So I think there's just that rift you can't create in your locker room if you want a winning organization. You can't do that. Same thing why Romo was gone. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams like you. Same reason why Garoppolo was gone,
Oh yeah.
because Brady went to Robert Kraft's office. It was like trade him away. I don't want him here, and then went to San Fran. And reason why Garoppolo is going to be gone next year because Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you can't do that
It's-
to your locker room. You can't.
It's funny how all this just comes back around. Like all this just circles back around. But
Cam Newton and Mac Jones. You just can't do that to your
Yeah.
locker room. You can't create that rift.
there is a lot of like good quarterback, Mike White and Zach Wilson.
There's a lot of players before Mike White got stomped on by the Bills. There was a lot of Jets players that wanted Mike White to be the starter for the rest of the year.
I feel like this year there's just a lot of quarterbacks that have just a lot of potential, and that like if they were at different teams in different spots, I heard that.
Yeah,
I heard that.
No. It was.
Oh, was it the chair?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but like I feel like if there was just some quarterbacks that were shifted around,
They'd
some
be in
teams
better
could
positions.
be nasty.
Yeah, I like Ryan Tannehill for the Titans,
Mhm.
but they give him such a huge contract. You can't move off him. I think the best team, honestly, for Garoppolo is the Titans.
Really?
If you're asking me, I think if you give
Or is Titans,
Garoppolo,
or is Tennessee still that pocket passing playbook
Mhm.
that just fits around Garoppolo?
I mean, Garoppolo doesn't have the wheels like Tannehill does because Tannehill was a wide receiver in college.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver in college.
But like he can get out the pocket. Like he
Yeah,
is.
I've seen Ryan Tannehill take. I think last year. he
Well,
ran like
I was saying I meant Garoppolo.
Oh yeah, there's been times where I've seen against the Bears, he ran like 2 read options, and Chicago didn't know how to fucking tackle him. I was just like, dude, take him down. Like, dude, really? Like, oh my god. But yeah, Garoppolo to the Steelers wouldn't be a bad idea either. I like him going to the Steelers next year.
That would actually be. That's actually a good. Yeah, they need a quarterback.
I like.
What's his
I
name?
like
Rudolph?
Ben. I don't like the backups from that team. I don't
Rudolph
like Rudolph
and Haskins?
Haskins and Josh Dobbs. I'm not a fan of any of those quarterbacks.
I mean, I really thought like when I heard about that, Dwayne Haskins going to Steelers, I was like, oh shit, he might like fuck shit up. Cause I thought he was a good quarterback even with Washington, and then they let him go, and I was like,
No,
but I guess he's too much of a part of your.
there's a lot of reports saying like he didn't care in practice. Like he would be on his phones during meetings. He wouldn't he'd have like headphones
so he
in.
made it, and then he just stopped. He's
Yeah,
just
he
like,
was a
I'm here.
Jamarcus Russell. That's what.
I have no idea who that
Oh,
is.
the biggest like imagine like trying to think here like what's like a great imagine like Lamar Jackson with like Trevor Lawrence hype. Going number 1 overall and just being like Dwayne Haskins, just garbage.
Really?
That's what for the Raiders, yeah. It just, yeah. Oh my God, really? Another scam call, dude. I've been getting scam calls all day, bro. I don't understand why.
I don't get scam calls. My
Must be nice.
I don't know how I did it. Just go through your settings, and it's like auto decline calls or something.
Mm.
And if it's a phone number that your phone doesn't recognize, it automatically like
Mute it.
yeah
Yeah,
I don't get the notification, nothing. It just pops up that they called, and
I've
it's
had that.
amazing.
I turned that on, but like it was like that with all unknown numbers that I didn't have saved in my contacts. So
Mhm.
like every time I would DoorDash, that shit would just decline.
And that's the thing that sucks is like when you expect like if you call like insurance or something,
Mhm.
because when I got like rear-ended,
Mhm.
I got a call from a number and they didn't leave a voicemail, but I was like, still I think I'm like shit, that could have been like the insurance calling, because my paint has gotten worse like in the back,
Mhm.
and I need to call them back. I need to call the insurance but yeah, that's the thing that sucks is that when you're expecting a call from a number that isn't in your phone, that's the downside. But like 95% of the time, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's like this.
There's been times they're like my girlfriend and I we'll like DoorDash like
Yeah.
we'll have like we'll order a DoorDash and
Yeah.
like this is like when I had it on, so like we'd order like Denny's or like Village Inn,
Yeah.
and then I would just have it and I'd be like where's this food at? Like it said it was on the way like 30 minutes ago, and I'm looking at my phone and I'm like, dude, like I got no call. It like says the order was delivered. I opened the door, it's right there. I'm like, dude, really?
Oh man.
Yeah, dude, that happened a couple about a while back too. A while back too. I ordered like some McDonald's and
Oh, dude, I'm sorry, but like you have the worst.
Oh, DoorDash,
experience.
bro,
DoorDash,
oh my
Uber Eats,
gosh,
whatever.
dude, yeah.
Yeah, I feel so bad for you because I've
Yeah.
never had a problem. And go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you tell
I
the story.
ordered it and like at my apartments there's like a gate and you need a gate key to get in. It's not like a code. I wish there was a code because it'd be really helpful for a lot of people that like I invite over. And there was one time where I ordered McDonald's and the lady called and I mean my phone wasn't ringing, so because I had the setting on, and I got a message on the DoorDash app. She was like, "Hey, like your phone kept going to decline. I just left it in the front office door." So I had to go
You had to walk through the gate and everything, and like
to go get that. I was like, really? I mean, and luckily I live pretty close to the office, like right there.
Like
but
you're
still.
you're right there.
I'm like,
It's
really?
the same with us. Like we're just office is just right over there.
Yeah.
And that's where we got lucky too. And especially the garbage is right here.
Yeah. So I wasn't really livid about it. I was just like, that's when I realized I had to turn it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got any other fun DoorDash stories you want to tell people about? Because
DoorDash.
my friend Jake told me one too, and I was like, it's exactly what happened to you.
Let's see here. DoorDash stories. I guess I could retell the story on the mic about the one that just straight gypped me off the food.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
So, there's a thing that you get like when you order DoorDash with McDonald's. It's like you get 2 cheeseburgers, a 10-piece nugget, 2 things of large fries, you have to order the drinks, and I ordered I forget. No, I didn't order with it. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good meal, and I had my little brother and little sister over, and I ordered the DoorDash because they said they were hungry, and I didn't
Yeah.
know they didn't eat dinner. So I was like, you know what, like I'll order DoorDash.
Yeah,
Like,
you're being a good older brother.
Yeah, and I was so I thought.
No, you did everything good.
So yeah, I ordered the food, and it's like your DoorDash should be delivered in like 20, 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, cool. So 20, 30 minutes passed. Like my brother and I playing Minecraft. My sister just playing on her tablet, and I was like, "Where's this food at?" And I
Yeah.
checked my phone, and it's like your order by Jonathan's on the way. I don't remember his name. Is on the way, and I was like, "Okay, cool. Like I'll wait." And like McDonald's isn't that far away from my home, as you could tell. It's 2 minutes away.
Yeah, literally down the street. Not even down the street. Like,
It looks bad on me for door dashing the damn food.
yeah, but like, I mean, it's there.
Yeah,
Like, why not
yeah,
use it?
Yeah.
Someone's getting tipped and paid to do it.
Yeah.
It's like the easiest money ever.
Yeah, for them it is.
Yeah.
Well, for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got food, but I was like, okay, so like about 5 minutes passed. I'm like, okay, like I usually get messages around here like saying, oh, the gate's not open, so I usually have to come outside and go get it.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting, and Jonathan's just driving up around the street. I'm like, what the hell? And then I get a notification saying like your food was delivered. So I check my door. I open my door, and I'm like, why? There's nothing here.
Yeah.
So I call the dude. It's ringing, nothing. Nobody answers. So I'm like, okay, let me call again. Ringing, nobody answers. Call him again, straight declined. And I was like, really? Like, is this what we're doing? So I'm texting him like, really? Like, dude, just give me a message. I couldn't meet you out front. Like, know how to do your damn job. Like,
Yeah.
you chose this job. Like, just know how to do it right next time. So I reported him. Like, he didn't text me back or anything. I reported him, and luckily DoorDash gave me my money back. So I ordered the thing, and I got an apple pie for free with that. So I was pretty happy.
That's sick.
Yeah, I was pretty happy about it, but still.
Yeah, no, that's what happened with Jake too. Is because like he lives on campus,
Yeah.
and even he said he's like, dude, like it's not that far. Like he ordered McDonald's too. He's like, it's just right there, and can't like taking food to like on any campus. I'm sure like is just
pretty difficult.
Yeah, it's not going to be any easy task, but he was like, yeah, like the dude, it said they arrived and he was just having complications too. Like they just didn't show up. They went off with this food and he got a full refund too, which I thought is sick. And that's where DoorDash like thrives is like they refund you in full. But like I feel so bad for you guys because I've never had a bad experience. I've done it, DoorDash, Instacart. I've never done.
I
that
haven't
to
had a bad
customer.
experience with Instacart. Yesterday or the day before last, we were gaming, and then the Instacart dude just he was chill. He actually went to the apartment. He found a way to get through the gate. I don't know how. I was surprised. Might as well give him a gold medal. I was like,
Yeah.
good stuff, bro. Yeah, like he
That's
walked
the
around.
one thing that sucks about your apartment. It's just like a key fob. It's like,
Bro, I don't know, bro. I'm apartment searching again. I might move. I don't know where to go though.
come up here.
Come up here. It would be easier for the podcast. That's for sure. That'd be pretty fun.
Hella more recording and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do more things. We could have like a reaction channel.
Leave in the comments if you want Christian to live in my apartment complex.
Type Y in the chat if you want me to live. I'll live in your apartment.
That's
I'll live in your living room.
just like lives in the kitchen.
Yeah. My bed's all there. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, that's my bed. My laundry's just in the fridge.
But where you have to go to work though,
Oh my god.
you have to think about work.
I'll work right here. Shoot. I'll find somewhere else. So
Work with
I'll
me.
go work with none.
I mean, shit. That's still good pay though.
Yeah.
Like Mickey D's, like everyone's desperate for jobs. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Especially now, like a lot of places are looking for jobs too. So
come work with your boy. Oh, I got the
Softball.
promotion by the way.
it's
I got they approved for me for cross training,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll
Bay
no
host?
longer be food running. I'm gonna have to do my time as a caddy, and then I will become a bay host. And
Can you just become a bay host? I'll work there if I
Get
could
your
just
serving
straight
license.
up. Yeah.
yeah, get your serving license, and once you have to be so you'd have to wait until you turn. But I mean, if you wanted to, you could start as a caddy, and then just wait that 3 months because I have to be a caddy for 3 months. And then move. So you could either wait until you turn 19, or you could just start as soon as possible. But
It's
honestly,
3 weeks away.
yeah, I was gonna
This
say
is
you're like
I could just take that test during the time and just
you're less than a month away. Like
it's
Or,
December
yeah, 3
1st.
weeks.
Yeah,
I forget today's December 1st. It's
Yeah.
December 1st. That's pretty dope.
that's pretty crazy actually.
November is over. That's
November is over.
that month is in the history books.
The November is over. I'll say that.
Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead, just soak it all in, bro. Soak it all in. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for that story to marinate, and then they'll hear about it. I'm just gonna wait.
You want to wait to tell that story? That'd be a great story to put. What happened on day 0.5 or episode 0.5 of the podcast?
Should I tell it now?
I can help you.
Should we look? I want to look back at the exactly what was said in the chat because I in the live stream
Yeah. Can you do that?
because
Or
I
can't
don't
you?
I don't want them to I don't want her to find this and then just
Does it go off?
be all pissed off because we told the story. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna name drop, and we anyone and that that's what we want to set clear is like, if anyone that doesn't like us or,
Yeah, no,
ain't cool with us or,
Oh yeah, it's
we're not gonna name drop if we're not cool with you either. We're gonna any of our friends will name drop.
or just like out of privacy, like I said with my girlfriend. Just yeah.
Oh, Cassandra. Just kidding. That's not her name. I just start listing off your family's name. No, that is not his girlfriend's name. She can attest to that.
No, it's not.
I don't know what made me think of that name. That was just like,
Cassandra, that's a nasty name. I'm sorry to any
Just gonna
Cassandra.
edit that out.
I'm sorry for any Cassandra's out there. I'm just like
just edit that out. We're not live, so
like no, it's not. It's just like you wake up in your name because you're like you just give birth, just hold this child for 9 months. Just Cassandra.
fuck. That's hella fuck.
I have like not bad luck with Cassandras. I just have weird stories with Cassandras. That's the right way to put it. Like freshman year, oh my god, bro, that story was crazy.
I got some like interesting stories like
With females?
yeah, but like girls.
So
that,
do
like,
I.
Just like
So do I.
girls that like are older than me. Like I don't know how. I just get along better with because there was a girl who's an Eagles fan.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was a sophomore, I was in computer graphics, and I won't name drop her, but of course she was an Eagles fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh shit, but she knew her stuff too. She could actually talk. And I was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
And she was really pretty. And at first I thought like, maybe she might like me. And then I realized like, oh, I'm a sophomore. And there was like, I don't know. I just like, maybe it was just like the confidence in me. It was just like, I'm not gonna,
But
there's no chance I have. But
just
it
for
was
you
real
to
cool,
later on your sophomore
like-
year.
Huh?
Just for you later on your sophomore year.
Yeah, so this was earlier sophomore year, right? That's the crazy shit. I think back, it was crazy. It was earlier sophomore year, and I could have like said something, maybe I could have ended up dating her.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough, she's actually dating someone that has the similar name as me.
Jonathan?
Yeah. I actually, and I know him too.
Yeah.
Him and my brother used to be friends back in middle school. I would always see him in the hallways, and I only knew his name, so that's.
Mm-hmm.
But they started dating like out of high school or once it was their senior year, our junior year. But yeah, and so I thought, because we sat next to each other,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was like, maybe I could spit game, and then I was like, nah, you're just a sophomore, and you're
Spit game.
like shorter than her, so maybe you can't. But
Yeah.
no, it's awesome. I love that. Like I'm so much taller now. Like
Yeah.
I used to be such a short kid back in high school. Like I was short,
Yeah.
and now that like I seen all these girls like from the past, like you
High school days.
remember without name dropping, but like
One you saw the other day?
no, I told you about her at work. She saw me first. I didn't even see her, and she was like, "Hey," I was like, "What the heck, hey?" And
Stiff arm.
It was it was one of those awkward side hugs, but it was cool. Like I got
Yeah.
to see her and talk to her again.
Especially what happened. Sorry.
Oh, good. That's in the past. Like it happened. It was
Yeah.
under the influence.
Yeah.
I was anyway. She didn't really.
She wasn't.
She took advantage of me. Just kidding.
And don't say that wrong. You can't say that wrong. You can't say that.
No. All jokes aside.
Yeah.
Aside. But yeah. No. Like just I like to go back to even especially all those girls that were like, well, you're not my height. Because
Dude.
what's funny is like I talked to her about that time where you told me to go up behind her and hug her, and she like
Who?
commented. The one I just saw at work.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember this junior year
Okay.
when I was like, of course I was crushing on her.
Okay. Watch her watch this.
Huh?
Watch her watch this and then just be like, so this is what it's like? I took advantage of you?
This whole thing just gets misconstrued. No, but and I think I ended up telling her, I was like it was obvious, like, yeah, I had a crush on you. I think I ended up telling her this. I don't think it'll be any surprise to her, but because I referenced that when I saw her at work, and I was like, this is weird. I was like, I'm actually taller than you now, and she was all, yeah, and I told her, I was like, I always remember this because you told me because we were watching TikToks and it was like, things guys do that girls really like.
Okay.
And I was like, bro, should I do this? And one of the things was going up behind a girl just randomly and hugging her from behind.
Ooh, hugs from behind. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're like, go do it. And I was like, should I?
That's a mailman. I was like, who the hell's me? Okay.
So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So I went and I hugged her from behind, and she was like, what the heck? And you just bust out laughing. You got the best kick, and she was like, "Oh, that was weird." And I was like, "Oh, you don't like hugs from behind?" And she was like, "Well, like not from guys that are like," and I was like,
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
I don't like. I somewhat remember this, but like I don't remember the whole interaction.
Yeah, and no, I'll never. I always remember those times of girls just like, "You're not my height. You know, you need to be
Dude,
taller."
I'll be honest with you, bro. There was a couple times freshman year where I heard that same stuff from other females. Like, I don't want to name drop, but the one that keeps texting you hi,
Ah,
she
yeah.
did freshman year.
I don't know why she's doing that. She just stopped today, but
I forgot the other girl's name. I
um,
have her.
but yeah, like I'll just never forget that. And you just bust out laughing. Really?
Yeah, her
I
too.
had a
And I
huge
thought
crush
you,
on her freshman year.
yeah, and I thought you were taller than her freshman year too. I was
I
like,
think we were about the same height, or I probably would have shorter than her.
yeah, I remember her because
That was my thing. Like, all the tall girls back in middle school, I just was like,
she had a thing for tall girls.
I like you. I have a
Had
crush
a
on
thing
you.
for WNBA girls or what? Sue Bird.
Dude, that was literally, and I'm taller than like most of them now.
Yeah, yeah. What's it called?
Like, you know who we used to hang out with a lot? We used to be the clique, me, you, and
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
two.
The other two, yeah, yeah.
I would like to see where I match up with her because she was one of the taller, like,
Dude, I
taller
remember
girls.
like I almost beat her boyfriend's ass. Remember that? Cause remember I was like, really? Like after all this, like even though I was having my situation with the other person,
Are we thinking about the same girl?
yeah, the one with sophomore year.
I was thinking junior year.
Oh no, I don't know who you're talking about.
Like, we're. Fuck. I mean, we could edit this. Like, we can edit this. We're not live.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you should we
Let just take it. Just type the name down. That's safer, just so we're on the same page here. I'm over here thinking sophomore year. Oh,
Yeah, I'd like
I'm
to
over
see
here
where I
thinking about
match-
the. Okay.
I would like to see where I match up against her. Who are you thinking?
I don't know how to type her name.
Like, I'd like to see where I match up against her. Oh.
I thought you were talking about those two.
her. Oh.
Remember you had a class with them last year?
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's his name.
The one with that letter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because after me, and then she started.
Yeah,
dating.
and then I don't think you remember this, but like I was already having my like problems with like because I was just dealing with my own situation at home, so
Right.
I wasn't really just I shut down. But I remember like
wasn't he like trying to talk shit?
that too, but like
Go ahead and tell. I can't.
had
I
to go
forgot.
confront. So I'm not without name dropping here. Eli and I were friends with this female, and at the time Eli was talking to her sophomore year, and
Thought I was. Let's
thought
I thought
went to
homecoming.
homecoming with her too. So I went on a, I'd call that a date. Would you call that a date? And she went to your birthday, right?
Yeah, round one.
Round one, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Katie kind of. Oh.
Well. Wow, I'm doing such a good job. I'm like, yes, I'm like in my head. I'm like, I'm doing such a great job. Yeah.
I mean, I don't. We got no beef.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I don't know if you guys are good or bad, but like I would say you guys are in the middle.
Who mean?
The person I just name dropped.
No.
No.
No communication since then.
Shit. Okay. Well, she ended up telling me later. She was like, yeah, if you went into like the photo booth with her, she told me that she was gonna kiss you, or she would have kissed you. I was like,
Wow.
because I kept hinting at that. I was like, let's go in the photo booth, like let's go take photos. 'Cause, like I was wanting a kiss. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I wanted to like become more with her, and then yeah,
She just this
that's where I found the bag.
dumb hoe. I could just leave it at that. And then I remember like I think it was like the day of.
You're talking about not
No,
the one I named dropped.
yeah,
right?
yeah, the other
Okay.
one. Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
just
the
make
other
that
one.
clear,
Yeah,
just in
yeah,
case.
yeah.
If we forget to edit that out.
Okay, write down 58. Write down 58 somewhere so we know where it's at.
I think we're gonna have to rewatch the whole thing or skim through it just so we can.
Yeah,
like,
just I'm gonna write 58 just so actually just remember Roquan Smith. I could just Roquan. Okay.
broke on.
Yeah. So
Okay.
saying I remember the day she got with that guy, and I tapped on his shoulder. It was like right after lunch. I was like, really? Like, is this you gonna do my boy like?
Yeah.
She goes like, and her boyfriend stepped up. She's like, what you gonna do about it? I'm like, pushed him out the way. I'm like, I'm not talking to you, dude. Like, are you really gonna play him like this? Like, he took you out to dinner, like, or not? What would you call that? Like a lunch? homecoming.
I mean, it was like a homecoming dinner. It's like
Yeah,
it's
he was like he spent all his time with you just for you to like waste it, and that's like one of my pet peeves is like
Yeah.
somebody wasting my time. Like I don't care who it is, I will let you know if you waste my time.
that's how I feel. This just this
Just
twice.
yeah, yeah. So that's my pet peeve. If that's like disrespectful, like my time isn't more valuable than your time.
Yeah.
And nobody's time is more valuable than my time.
I'm glad, like, if you tell me straight up, like, hey, like, I'm not, let's just, like, be friends, so you don't waste any more of my time. Like, if you
Yeah.
just, like, if you would have just told me, like, hey, like, I'm not feeling this type of way, like, I mean, it would, like, it's gonna hurt the guy.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But it's ripping off a Band-Aid. Like, you're just gonna tell him, come out flat out, like,
Just telling the truth. I mean, shit, truth hurts.
Yeah.
It's gotta tell them somehow.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
Yeah, that I was like, really? Like, just tell them the truth earlier. If you're talking to somebody else. I remember she was like, didn't she tell you not to worry about this guy too? Remember? Because she was like, oh, I have a classmate. We're just friends. Don't worry about him.
I think so. Actually, now that you say that, yeah, because
Remember,
he
we were in
would
the
show-
hallway. We were in the hallway. We're like,
Yeah.
we'd hang out for lunch, and she's like, oh, he's just a friend. Like, don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
And then he started hanging out at lunch more, and then he was like
That-
laying on her lap and stuff like that. He was just getting closer to her.
Yeah.
And I was like,
really, nigga?
and
Like,
I was
you
like,
gonna do this?
I don't see the point of me being here anymore
Yeah.
because like
I was already gone.
you were gone, but like it was just weird because like I didn't feel like I was making any progress. I probably could have tried better. I could have tried harder, but like
There's no reason to
looking-
feed it water a dead plant.
right. But like now looking back, I'm like glad that I didn't because like I'm glad that I just left because
Cause more drama.
that and it's just I would have been wasting more time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was sophomore year.
Yeah.
I ended up.
Yeah. You won at the end of sophomore year.
I
You won at the end of sophomore year.
I won at the end. At the end of the year.
Yeah. But, yeah, what was I going to say? Does she know about the podcast or no? Not the person we're talking about, the end of the year.
My first relationship.
Your first real one? Does she know?
If if she just sees my story on Snap and
Yeah?
Insta, then I would assume. But
She was cool. She was cool.
oh, bro, my family.
Dude.
If you're seeing this, yeah, and she knows.
Yeah.
My family just absolutely loved her. Any girl I try talking to, they're just, oh, it's
Open
not
to?
her. I almost said the name. It's not her.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, damn, like really?
Yeah.
Like, thanks for reminding me. Like, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's. That shit still hurt. Like after
Yeah.
a year, it's still like because my family was just like, so what happened with her? You stopped talking to her. And I'm
Especially
like,
like family that doesn't see you often that ask you.
and she went to some family events. Like she went to a birthday party with my family. It was way far out of town. And she saw all that side of family that I hadn't seen in years.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'll see a couple of them at like family gatherings, Thanksgivings, Christmases, or birthdays or whatever. And, oh, weren't you dating that one girl? Oh, what's her name? And I'm like, her. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, that had
Yeah.
unfortunately she had to move, and that
Yeah.
ended, and that shit hurt. And my parents had to sit there and just watch because they knew.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that's and
Tough.
I fucked up then. That's times after just me texting and this stuff like
Mm.
I wish I could just take that all
Yeah.
back. Like that's just some stuff I messed up.
I have the fortunate ability for my family, like the one I'm with now, the girl I'm with
Currently,
now. Yeah, the girl I'm with now. She's the first one to like meet my entire family. She hasn't met my dad's side except for like my cousin. She's watching this. She said she's gonna watch this, so
Fuck yeah.
you know who you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
Sandra.
oh my god,
Why am I still
yeah.
calling her that in person?
Oh my god, just change your Snapchat name to that. Yeah, but unless I'll talk to her. and then we could actually give her real name out. I don't want
If
to. Yeah,
anyone's seeing this, just text us. Let us know if you're okay. If you're not okay with us name dropping. I mean,
Yeah.
any of my close friends, I was gonna name drop. Because
yeah.
I mean, I don't think they'd have a problem with it, but
yeah.
I could be totally wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, and we're not anything big and special, so like,
yeah. It's
there's gonna be like we got 60, 70 views on our test.
yeah.
on
Our
the
test.
YouTube channel that wasn't
yeah.
even this.
Yeah.
So
It was a good number too, so
yeah.
I'm pretty happy about it. I'm pretty satisfied.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And I don't know if views count for each individual person or if it counts like
person rewatching it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you rewatch it, that counts as a view.
Well, I mean, gotta get them views up somehow.
Yeah. But
But,
yeah,
yeah.
any of you guys like just so we're careful in the future, just let us know.
Yeah, that's why I'm being
Um,
very careful with name dropping
yeah.
people, except for like Josiah and
Yeah,
Jaden.
Josiah, Jaden.
Jaden. They won't.
Like, they
I know they won't. They've asked us to be on podcast
Yeah.
episode. That's yeah.
We've talked to them about making podcasts with them and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But if you don't want us to name drop, let us know.
We'll start name dropping the people we'll talk crap about. Just kidding. We don't
But
talk crap. We just talk the
If you
truth.
don't text us, that then we'll assume. Well, actually, let's not assume because what assuming does. I love saying this.
Conclusions.
Assuming makes an ass out of you and me. and I got that from my dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just let us know if you don't want us to name drop, because it just make things easier. So we're just not having to play and stepping
Yeah.
on glass.
Yeah.
But
What's it called? Yeah, my girlfriend right now. She's all my family really likes her. Yeah.
oh yeah, that's good.
So luckily, I've never had to deal with that situation. That are like, oh, what happened to so and so? I'm like,
And
yeah.
with her, for me, she fit right in. Like if she was a part of the family, like
Mm-hmm.
no one. I don't know if there was anyone in my family that didn't like her.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that like sucks, is because it's just like she's gone.
Yeah.
But that happens.
I think
Hopefully
life
she'll
happens.
come back, and maybe. But
I think it.
I'm not gonna rely on it.
I think it hurts more if like if you're with them longer and you're like engaged and then it splits up. I think that's what makes it harder.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, because I remember like even now to this day with my family, like because as
Oh,
people
your
that don't
parents?
know, my parents are divorced. When I go out to like family events on my dad's side, they'll always ask about my mom. Like they'll be like, "Oh, how's your mom?" Like they all love my mom. Like there's been multiple times where they've invited my mom to like family events to this day. The quinceañeras I was in, like I'd be a part of, they'd
Mhm.
invite her. She went to almost all of them except for one, but that was because I think she was working that time. I don't remember. I don't remember why. But yeah, all my family like loves my mom. Like I think it's kind of awkward, like with my stepmom there.
Yeah.
It's like they would just see all of them around my mom just because they known her
And that's having
longer.
to be a step parent. That's just the awkward part
That's just
for them. Well, for everyone, I guess.
I feel like being a step parent is like hard.
I feel like that'd be harder than being a real parent.
Yes.
Because you're gonna have to try and fit into a family that's like already formed and
Yes.
had some history, and you're gonna try and create new history.
Is it easier or harder to be a step parent if the kid's a teenager?
I would say harder.
Harder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they already have this amount of years with their
Their parents?
yeah, and then there's just like
It
someone
depends.
new in the picture. If they
they're-
enter the picture soon, then it's like where's this person been and why are they here now? But if it takes like say like your parents split up and then like
Yeah.
let's say a year and a half later they
Yeah.
this person shows up, then it'll be a little easier. But like it's all situational.
Mhm.
Because my parents it's not official,
But it's
but
in the
we're
works.
split up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm living with my dad,
Yeah.
and because my mom went to the Pitbull concert,
Yeah.
and I didn't know this. She told me later, and I was like, "The heck!" I was like, "You went to this concert?" I almost went to it,
No.
and there was some of my cousins there, and
Now Mr. Worldwide is your stepdad, is what you're saying.
Mr. Worldwide.
It's your dad. Mr.
Oh
Worldwide.
my god! I wouldn't be mad. I'd like, good shit, mom. You pulled Mr. Worldwide. But no,
305.
but like she saw some cousins of ours there, and unfortunately she had to break the news, and they were heartbroken because for the longest time my family was like the only one who didn't like my parents.
They weren't
They were
falling
long
into that.
lasting.
Mm-hmm.
Because any of my other auntie and uncles, they've had problems with marriages and stuff like that. So that's like a chip on my parents' shoulder that they've always had. And when they had to break the news, they were like heartbroken.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was I saying? Stepdad. Yeah, I remember the first time I technically met my stepdad. I don't know. That's how he kind of was introduced. My mom's boyfriend at the time.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say off the rip, you're just
No.
introduced this as your stepdad.
No. So my stepdad is my barber. As people that don't know, he's been my barber for about almost a good 10.
Cool ass dude.
Yeah. He's cut Eli's hair multiple times.
Good cut too.
Yeah, I need to get one. I was thinking about getting one this morning, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll wait till tomorrow. But he'd be my barber, and like I remember like the first time my mom tells me this story. Like she said, like she dressed up like not really giving, like not caring, like dressed up in baggy clothes, like
Yeah.
like some big hoodie, sweats or whatever. And the next time she dressed up all nice. Like the next time I got a haircut, and then I started noticing I was getting like 2 haircuts a week, and I was like, I don't need a haircut. Like, and this is like when I had like super short hair, so I didn't need a haircut.
Yeah, you still had that little fro going.
Yeah. No, I had shorter hair actually. Remember the little picture of me, like the little ID picture of me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this was that early?
Like no, this is earlier than that. Like my hair was always like kind of that short.
You were
early on.
almost bald?
Yeah. So I would get like really like kind of like fades, tapers, really. So yeah, and I was like, I don't need haircuts 2 times a week, Mom. Like,
Yeah.
what you doing?
What's
And
it
then
about?
yeah, it was a school night, and like my mom was all getting ready. I was like, "Are you gonna go out?" Like I would just ask her because I mean I would watch myself at times.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Are you gonna go out?" And just like making sure like if I was gonna have to make myself something
Yeah,
for
you're
dinner or
just
whatever.
preparing
Yeah.
for you to know.
Yeah, and then she was like, "No, like no, I'm just getting dressed up nice." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I hear a knock on the door. She's like, "Can you go get that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I go get that." And so it was like I think it was like 8 years old at the time, 8 or 9.
You open the door and you're all, Dad?
No, I opened the door and I was like, "I don't need a haircut."
You're all, dude, really?
I was like, and I was like, "What's my barber doing here?" Like, and she goes, "Oh, she's just here to come hang out, have dinner." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like,
Oh, is that code?
I don't know what that's code for. I mean, I don't really care. I was just playing Super Smash Bros. On the GameCube, man. I was playing
That's
Smash.
code for
I was playing Smash Bros. On the GameCube, playing Mario Kart. I don't really care, man. I was some chill kid. That was the first
Sitting
time.
there playing games, you're like, bro, like as long as you don't give me a haircut, we're fine.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, huh. And then you just started showing up more often. And then my mom just told me I was having a brother, and I was like, okay.
And is that your brother now?
Yeah, yeah. So that was
Awesome.
yeah.
I forgot your parents split up like way earlier. I thought it was
Yeah.
just like just recently, but
Oh no, they've been split up since
I-
I was first grade. Yeah, first grade.
yeah.
Yeah, second grade. Second grade.
'cause I
Second to
forget-
first grade. First to second grade.
Like
Like around that time.
like trying to remember like whenever people tell me stuff, like me trying to remember timelines is I'm just
Tough. Yeah. I'm okay with that. I think if it has to be something major I could connect it to. I don't know, like freaking history class, bro. I couldn't
US?
tell you. Yeah, I couldn't tell you jack. But if you ask me who was the Cowboys quarterback and backup quarterback in like 2017, I'm telling you that nigga's name, boy.
Because dude, like the U.S. history, oh man, that class for you guys watching, if you guys know, you know, but that class, it was like the same thing almost every day.
Yeah,
So like all those memories just start to bleed together.
yeah.
Like if it was just all one big, dude, that class was.
Tough.
In
Not
the-
tough, but like you're just
It was not. It wouldn't have been hard at all if we had like
a competent teacher.
that and like a good class. Like dude, literally like we had all like the worst kids you could possibly like put together. Like the combination.
I remember
of
when I
kids.
moved back and we had the same class, like history. You're like, oh, you messed up big time, bud.
No, dude, I remember being so fucking excited. Like when I saw his schedule, I was like, bro, we have to have at least one class. And we had a similar third periods, T and I, and then you have weightlifting. I was like, oh, so I'll be able to see you then.
Yeah.
And then I saw your class, and I was like, because I remember in the back of my head, I was trying to think like what classes would be best if he was in, and like what classes he shouldn't be in. And U.S. history was the class I was like, bro, he should not be in because this class was already like bad. Like the combination of kids that were in there, like of just girls and like guys, there was just cliques
Yeah.
and bad influences for everybody. And I saw you join, and I was like, "Oh my god, this class just got an upgrade."
You seen that
And
video of
they're
like
not
the?
ready.
You ever seen that one video of like I think it's like a Vine or TikTok. It's like the guy like with the pan, he's like cooking and like throws like the noodles in there and it just
Yeah.
caught you.
Oh, dude, yeah, you were the noodles that caught fire. Cause, dude, like, and then you just got sat near me, didn't you? Or you
I just chose my seat.
And it was like right behind me, right, or at my
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, it was right
Oh
behind
my
you. Yeah.
God, and like, just the kids that were in that class, like, it was just not a good class.
Dude, I felt like a celebrity when I came back. I put that
Everyone
on
was like, "Oh
there.
my God, Christian!"
Yeah, I remember that. Like, freaking Josiah. I remember he didn't know. I was trying to keep it on the low on when I was gonna come back.
Trying to keep all stuff on the low at Volcano. Yeah, good
Yeah.
luck.
No, like just coming back in general.
No, I know, but like,
yeah.
just the, like rumors at Volcano.
hmm And then I just remember like we had an assembly that day, and like I put on my hoodie. I was just like covering my face, and then I was looking for Josiah the entire day. I'm like, bro, where's this guy at? So after the assembly, like we're all leaving, and then everything, you know how everybody like bunches up before you go back to your classes and talk. So, and I just saw Josiah, and I pushed him like, bro, get out of my way. And then he's like, what the? And he looked, he just saw my face. I was like, Martinez, and just picks me up and just started screaming, bro. I felt like a celebrity. That's one of the times I felt like a celebrity.
You're always glad to be back.
Yeah, I was glad to be back type moment. Yeah,
That's what's up.
that's pretty funny.
No, I felt, bro, like, because like when you left sophomore year, I
Yeah,
was like, bro, like, I got no friends. Like, I only got a girlfriend. Like, cause I wasn't talking to to Jake at this time. Like we were, like it was still kind of weird. I don't mind name dropping him unless if you see this, just let me know not to mention your name.
Don't name my dream. He's like,
I
don't
can
say my
see
name.
he's gonna text me like, don't fucking talk about me, whether it's a joke or not. I just know he's gonna. It's probably gonna be a joke. He's probably don't fucking talk about me, but like me and him weren't talking at the time. Like we weren't good friends. Like it wasn't until after like she left is like when he actually hit me up and was like, let's play Fortnite, and then that's how we regained our friendship. But what's it called? Like I didn't like I wasn't talking to him, and then I had other friends that were girls, but like I wasn't as close with them as like was with you.
Yeah.
And then you left, and then she was a senior at the time, and so her schedule got reduced, so she didn't have to be there for like the last half month or like last month of the school year, and I was just like, bro, this is so boring. Like I didn't know what to do at lunch. I mean, I sat at the table with all the other boys, but like it was awkward because like some of them still had their girlfriends there, and I was just there like, hi. Or either play basketball or go outside and just walk around. Like, shit, bro, it was boring. I felt like lost.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know if we could talk about if you want to talk about it this podcast, this episode, but this next episode we got to talk about you living with me.
Oh
like,
my gosh, yeah. No,
that's
that's a whole episode. It's in itself, bro.
Dude, that time was so legendary. I never thought like, if you were to tell me that like my best friend would live with me for what 3 months, 4 months?
I think it was way longer than that. It was like 5 months because I moved in September.
It was like September to January, right?
It was February.
Was it February?
It was like February because it was weird. Like I moved in, like I moved back out. I moved out as soon as COVID hit. Like it was like 2 weeks before COVID hit.
Yeah.
So it was. I see that like as a blessing. Like something was like
And because I remember you were getting Valentine's gifts ready. So now I do. I wouldn't have remembered before, but like now that you're saying it, I remember you getting your Valentine's gifts ready and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was late February.
Yeah,
a little late.
I remember watching not Super Bowl, but I remember Super Bowl day. I went back and where your dad and I were talking about the Super Bowl. I remember that.
Yeah. I because man, it all feels like that should last like 3-4 months. But you lived with me for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like almost half a year.
September, October, November, December, January, February. I call that 6 and some change. 6 and some change.
Yeah, 6 and some change. Because like March is when
COVID hit.
Because it was
COVID hit.
That's when it hit us, and that's like when we got that whole summer vacation.
Bro, I just remember being
6 months.
so shocked, like with the whole COVID hit. Dude.
Yeah.
Like I just like
finding out about all these rules. I was like, what?
Like I remember the week of like it hit. I got sick. I got very sick. I don't think I got COVID or anything. I doubt I had COVID. Thank God. But I got super sick, and it was like right before spring break, and I was like, okay, like I got off of school, and then I came back that Friday, and Friday was a normal Friday day, and then it was spring break, and we had a week off, and then it was like, oh, like we bump it up to 2 weeks, and I was like, like
cool, but
like COVID, and I was like, I don't see any realistic way of this being reduced.
Like a week and a half into it, they're like, yeah, no school.
Yeah, they're like, no school for the year.
I don't know. They take that long. Maybe just like within that week.
No more physical school, and then that's when they tried Google Classroom, and that was weird in itself. I mean, thankfully they were like people with a passing grade.
Yeah, your grades are just frozen, and then if you're failing a class, just do stuff to get it up. Yeah. I was failing not econ. I was almost failing U.S. history.
And then I remember freaking Miss Thorpe had like well, she doesn't care. She she would put out a Quizlet. Essentially, if you get this, you pass my class. Do you remember this?
No, I was passing, so my grades were frozen.
Yeah, she's like, you passed my class, and I was like, okay, and I just did it. And it was like quick. And then all the answers were on Quizlet. So
Well, I said econ, but AP environmental.
Yeah.
I was failing bad, or I was like right there. I was like
borderline
50%. I was kind of close, but I was still like, it wasn't good. And he was like, bro, just like take this test, get like a 30 or 40%, and you'll just like barely get over the line. And my dad was like, bro, if you cheat, he's like, who's stopping you from cheating? And I was like, that's facts. So I cheated, got like a C on it, and like shot my grade up to a 70, and I passed.
Yeah, my mom, she was just like, I want all your grades to at least be a C. I mean, that's how my mom was always like.
That's how my parents has been
Yeah.
too. Like at least a C.
Yeah, she didn't really care. She was just like pass that U.S. history class, but get your the rest of your grades up. And I was like a C minus on like my astrology class at the time, and she just like, I want that to be, or we're gonna be on punishment. I was like, okay. And then he had like a test. He was like, it was weird, but he was like a super easy. Like he was like watch a video, and you know how he'd be like watch a video,
And
and
then just like answer the questions to that video.
yeah, he's just like, if you do this, I'll bump your grade up. I was like, thank God.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So and
No,
then
all my other classes were just like, hey, if you're passing, then you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And I'm like, bet.
yeah, I remember like I got a text like my, freaking, what's his name? Or my English teacher, because my mom was like, I want that grade to be a little higher too, and I was like, you know what? Okay.
Was it not Mr. Goodfellow?
No, it wasn't him. I forgot his name. He was an awesome dude though. He was awesome dude. My English teacher, I just forgot his name. But like he's like, you're passing. Like, why are you sending me this work? I'm like, bro, my mom's. She wants me. She wants a higher grade, bro.
Just send me like an assignment.
Yeah.
And anything that'll get my grade up. Then
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's different now since we're outside of school and I'm not in school, but I think school's very
Yeah.
overrated. I feel like if there's a better educational learning process, it should be based off what the student wants to do with their future.
Yeah.
I feel like high school should tie in with college.
Yes.
Yes.
Very much.
I feel like it should be. I don't know how to word it or like make it proper or make it seem like it's official.
Yeah.
But have it to where you could take easier. You could take college courses. Like I know you could do that in high school, but like you're not gonna have to take. You have an easier college path if you take.
Choose whatever courses you want to learn.
So say you want to be a veterinarian, then you learn like like animal biology. You
Yeah.
do all that stuff in like high school, and then you'll do less classes in college.
Yeah. So you'll take more science.
Yeah, and then you'll do 2 years in
anatomy.
college, quote unquote college, and then not have to worry about
Yeah.
doing like X amount of years. Especially like if you're becoming a nurse, bro. How many years is it to become like a nurse? Dude?
6 years.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like
At
if you
least.
just, I don't
That's
know.
a nurse, right?
Yeah,
Doctor's 8.
yeah. So I feel like it's high
Yeah.
school is very
I like looking back. I just think high school was just a place for, they were just like, we need to keep
students.
all these kids
Se-
somewhere.
I think it's just
So-
to set people straight, just to know about. I think other classes are very not important. I don't think there's not going to be a lot of times where I use freaking.
Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, no, you actually use it a lot in construction. With my experiences with construction, you do it a lot. You use it a lot.
Well, yeah, but like,
If
am I
you
gonna go into construction?
No,
Not really. Was
no.
anyone? Like, not a lot.
not a lot of people. So
I really feel like high school was just like a place for, school is just a place to keep kids for a time being while parents are working, and
Giving
then might
them
as well
knowledge.
just make them learn stuff and
yeah,
keep them educated.
yeah,
I don't know.
I feel that.
College is the only benefit of like schooling for you.
That's expensive.
And yeah,
You're in debt.
yeah,
most
and
of
you're
the
in
time.
debt for the rest of your life. My mom is still paying off her college debt till this day.
Dude, I'm just like, like, a part of me wants to go to college, but like, bro, like, I live by myself. Like, nigga, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
Car payments, phone bill, freaking P&M bill, or anything, dude.
Yeah.
Utilities, internet, dude. What school debt? Dude, I couldn't do it. Not by myself, at
And
least.
One of the chefs at my job, he was talking. He was like, I think COVID like really put like a wrench in like college because it's now showing because jobs like places just need people for the job.
Mm-hmm.
And before you needed all these credentials, but now they're just like, we just need anyone with a brain.
Yeah,
And that's common
they're-
sense.
Yeah,
And you don't need these degrees. And they found people that can work these jobs, and so now it's kind of showing people and other places that like, hey, maybe you don't need college. That
Mhm.
like,
a lot of places take experience.
yeah, only if you want to become like a lawyer, doctor,
Yeah.
like stuff where you need to know.
Your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like there are jobs that are needed. Like you should have a degree in.
Yeah.
Like.
But like, there's other places where they're like, oh, you need your bachelor's or your associates.
Yeah.
And it's like, for what?
Yeah.
And now that's like,
Really? Yeah.
COVID shows that you don't need it. It's just something on your resume that just makes you look good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
Talking about girlfriends and high school led to college.
Yes.
Exes for me anyway. But
Yeah. Many times. What was I saying? Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, do you want to change the subject?
Uh,
Pivot the conversation to something?
I don't know. It don't really matter to
Oh.
me.
Seems like you were like, how did we get here?
Yeah, I was just asking, like, how do we?
I don't know, talking about COVID, talking about you living with me.
Yeah, that's right. But oh man, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Just wrapped around to school. I
Yeah.
don't know. Oh, we were talking about our
Oh,
sophomore year.
Yeah, sophomore year or just high school, dude. Yeah, and then, dude, sophomore year was weird for me. I don't know what the hell sophomore year was for me.
Sophomore year was cool. It's just the first part of sophomore year. I just didn't like. Just take me from January and on. Thank you. Like, I didn't need that first like semester of
Yeah.
high school. Like that was just a bad.
Dude, I think
Sophomore
like
year.
if I was to rate my like school years, I think like my funnest year was my freshman year. I think like that's when I had like my most fun.
Yeah.
Like there's not a time where I'm like, why did I do that? Like
Yeah.
every day freshman year felt like something like fun was gonna happen. Because I don't know, we surrounded ourselves with like a great friend group.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sophomore year was a downhill for me
It was
mentally.
for you. Yeah. It was for me. It was rocky. It was weird. I'm still trying to find out who I like was and like who I wanted, like
Yeah.
how I fit in with who.
I was fighting demons at the end of my sophomore year.
Yeah. And we could talk about that because that's how it leads into you living with me
Yeah.
and him having to go to another high school and then him coming back.
Yeah, that was fun.
But yeah, no, like sophomore year was fun. I did more than I did I didn't do anything freshman year. I went to like a couple football games and that was it.
Mhm.
Sophomore year, I actually went to like homecoming
Mhm.
and prom. Luckily, because I didn't get that junior senior year, so I'm happy for that. That was a cool experience. But like, I went to more like games and stuff. I went to homecoming, so that was fun. I think my most fun was junior year because I mean you were living with me and like shit, just like it felt like I was just gonna have a fun day. Like waking
Yeah.
up was just awesome, and then COVID hit, and then very beginning early of COVID, there wasn't a whole lot to do. My sleep schedule was trashed. I would just be gaming with my friends, and then my friends were even like, bro, we have to get out of the house. So they found a way out the house, and that's how I picked up skating.
Yeah.
And I'm nothing good, but it was a good way to get out of the house and stuff. And so yeah,
Beginning COVID was like a blur for me now. Like thinking about it, like I felt like it was like took forever, like such a long time. Like being just isolated, like
it took like when it was COVID, it felt like so long, like we were never gonna like escape it.
Yeah.
But now looking back, it happened so fast. It's like shit. Like
here we are now.
yeah,
Now there's a
Still in
freaking
COVID.
second strand of COVID or like an off-brand strand of COVID that's like more deadlier than regular.
It's
Yeah.
a different. Yeah, it's mutated.
Yeah.
It was a hybrid.
Now we're
that-
about to get venom. Symbiotes.
I liked making that joke with the vaccine when it first was like coming out in like 80%, 90%, whatever. I was like, I hope I get the, I hope I get the COVID
Superpowers.
vaccine, and that it messes with my sperm, and I get the X gene.
Oh
my
my
kids, I
gosh.
produce X-Men, because for those of you who don't know, the X gene, I'm a nerd when it comes to Marvel and stuff. The X-Men, how they get their powers is they're born with it. They're born with something called the X gene, and that is how they get their powers. And I was just making that joke. I was like, I hope all my kids get powers. And I remember you were like making all these jokes. You hope your kid like shoots webs and sticks to walls. And I was like, bro, I hope my kid comes out like Storm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you're done with it, you can throw it away.
Oh, that's fat. Oh wait.
But
Yeah. That's pretty sick. I remember that. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna lead that up to something, but oh yeah, we were talking about our high school years, and then junior year was my happiest year. Yeah, definitely my happiest year.
Thank you, Cassandra.
Yeah, thank you.
I fucked up a lot junior year. I did a lot of stuff I regretted, but I told I've
Yeah.
paid my respects. I told them, I'm like, I'm sorry for doing this. I'm sorry for doing that. And she
Yeah.
was cool about it. She was like, I understand. Like, I get it. It happened. And
Yeah.
I had to do it while under the influence. I've done it sometimes drunk. Like,
Yeah.
I thought I heard noise. I didn't know where it was coming from. But, like at parties and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'd text people and like stupid stuff. Like on my
Yeah.
Snapchat. You saw my stories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There's a couple times we text, I'm like, I'm just gonna leave on delivery. I'm good.
And I I realized like how much I hated that, so I've corrected that.
Yeah.
I'm just like I stay away from my phone, or I make sure when I'm on my phone, I'm like only
Just chilling.
answering. Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
I take a good 5 minutes to respond to my dad, like when he's like, "You doing good?" and I'm like,
What's the right way to word this?
"Yeah," and I'm like, I just try not to misspell anything. I'm like, "I'm good.
I'm good. Spells it with a U.
I'm good." GUD.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Good. How about you, bro? How you doing?
I was gonna lead that up to something. Oh man.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. Oh yeah, with
Junior year.
what you were saying, like with you and
Mistakes. Yeah.
yeah,
Excellent.
yeah. The one I thought it was a good match. Remember, we'll just say grilled cheese. I thought it was a good match.
Yeah.
I just say
I still think too, but like,
I thought it was a good match, but I just
because I think
think
that'd be some sick double dates.
that'd be awesome. Yeah, but like I said, I think we've had this discussion. I think you guys are moving a little too fast. A little too fast, and
I moved the train a little too fast.
yeah, and I was like, huh, okay. Like, I
And-
wasn't gonna say anything. Like everybody drives their car a different way. Just
Yeah.
depends how
No,
we get there.
That's why I fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, but thankfully I took the safe route. I was driving speed limit.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's another thing too. Is like I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And even like with my sophomore year, I almost name dropped again.
Yeah.
There was stuff from like I wish I wouldn't have done. And she would tell me, she was like, "Look, this is your first ever relationship. Like, why are you beating yourself up about it? Like, you're not perfect at this, and that's fine. Like, that's She was like, I wasn't perfect,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, we're gonna learn from this. And I just tried taking that into other
Yeah.
relationships, and I haven't had a real one
Since
grilled cheese.
grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. I forgot about that,
Yeah,
and that's how it all sparked.
dude. 'Cause
what's
I am
funny
the
is-
greatest wingman for this dude right here.
Think of the best person who was just like pass the ball alley oop in NBA. No one compares to Christian. Like he was just the ultimate wingman. Like he just
Yeah.
would set shit up for me.
Yeah, a lot of
And-
like looking back, like I did help you a lot.
Yeah.
Like with
You still do.
Yeah, with the
There's
high,
just some shit where I like
What-
I'll have the ball and I'll like hit the rim.
just rim. Yeah. Oh, dude, I hate that feeling. Like dunking. This one's like twice. So like I've tried to dunk it and I just hit the rim and like just get rim racked. I think that's what it's called, like rim racked. Like shakes, like it gives you like a weird like chill.
I'm not that tall. I don't have
So just
hops.
like imagine like hitting your funny bone like super hard, but like that's your entire body.
Oh.
Like that. Yeah, that's what
oh.
rim rack feels like. I think that's what it's called.
But yeah, you get what I mean. Like
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of times like sophomore year. I think it was sophomore year. Yeah, I helped you.
it was funny because
That was whole awkward. You ever seen
Which
like
year?
Huh?
What year?
Sophomore.
Oh.
Remember? I'm trying to think of a name here. Hi. The one that keeps texting you hi.
Oh yeah.
That was just that whole situation is weird itself.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was when I almost fumbled. I fumbled the ball, but I got it back, and I still scored on. I still made sure Eli scored on that play. Because I don't know. Should I tell this story or now, or should I just wait for another time to explain the story?
It's up to you, honestly. But what I was gonna say, you were mentioning, since we're doing code names, you said grilled cheese.
Yeah.
This last person I was like texting,
Yeah, that too.
she was
That was weird though, but she like did it herself though. If I could remember this properly, she
like this.
found you first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Like I still don't think I did anything wrong. Like I mean, could I have been like, I could have just been like, I should have flat out been more like just told her like, this is what I'm looking for. But then that she was like flipping the script, like it was rewriting the script as we go, and I was like so confused. But I don't I don't want her to find this and then just be like mad. I don't want to like
Yeah.
screw anything else up. But like you mentioned grilled cheese, and with this last one, a friend I was talking to, because
Okay.
anyways, she was texting and she like mentioned something, and she's like, I'll bet my famous grilled cheese on it, and I never bet that. And I remember I was like, so why would you bet it? Because I guess she made awesome grilled cheeses too, and I was like, nice. Like, why would
you say that?
I was like, why would you bet that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that was like one of her ways of like me, like trying to get me to be like, oh, bet. I guess I gotta try this grilled cheese, and like that's sparking, which is a good try, but like I just I took that as like a
Opportunity.
I just saw it as like moving kind of fast. Like let's not. But
Mhm.
yeah. Anyways, yeah. I just like you said grilled cheese, and that's just what sparked that. But
Yeah. So
sophomore year.
sophomore year. Do you want me to tell the story?
I mean, that's if you want.
Oh man, I don't know. Oh man, this story's gonna be funny. It's a funny story to tell, but like I just
It's
had to remember.
awkward. It's like it's just one of those things where it's like, how did that happen? And like,
Dude, I didn't even know how it even happened. I thought she was joking, and she wasn't joking, and I had to just like flip the table. Like, no. You ever seen like a kid? Like, you ever like had a kid? Like, you're like, no, you can't play with that, but you can play with this, and like they want to play with that. And you're like, play with this.
but
She don't grab that. That's what happened.
Yeah. She wanted to play with you, not me.
Yeah, basically that's the right way to put
you're
it.
like, no,
Well, I mean, the story's already
Be with him.
yeah, the story's already being told right now. So,
Just go ahead.
I'm not gonna name drop here. Hopefully, I don't.
course.
But so
It was a little
Eli, yeah, no, more like I wasn't wanting to be in this triangle. I was just y'all niggas could be a lion, and I could just be my own self. But yeah, it was sophomore year, and Eli. Oh, throughout there was I think you freshman year too. Huh? You had liked her.
Mhm.
Yeah, Eli had liked this girl for about just freshman year, and then
Just like
sophomore.
one of those like crushes that you just like lasted.
Mm-hmm. And Eli had liked her, and she had liked another friend of mine. Cameron. He wants to be on the podcast. I told him he's got to be on one of these bad boys.
Fuck
Yeah,
We gotta get him on
but
here.
no, maybe move the podcast out there. I should just bring the whole set there.
Jesus.
We're just in his dorm. We're just.
It'd be like the most like.
Oh, that
it'd
is
be worse than this.
yeah.
We're prepared for this. Like out there, it would be like.
Weird.
It'd be
Yeah.
like the worst setup
Yeah.
ever. Sure.
But,
in one way,
yeah.
go ahead.
She had a crush on Cameron. Oh, I thought I said her name for a second. And well, Cameron had moved out of town because his father is in the business where he has to move constantly around the
Military,
state military.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was just me, and she also had a thing for me as I didn't know, which I found out when I was trying to help him out. And I had her snap, and I was just like, like hyping him up. I'm like, oh, like, isn't Eli a cutie? Like.
Okay.
And like, I'm just trying to hype up my boy here, and she was just like, yeah, but I like you, and I was like, no, you don't.
You're like, huh?
No, you don't. And I was like, no, you don't.
Oh, no, stop.
And then like she was like, yeah, I do, and I was like, no. And then we had what chemistry? Is that chemistry? Chemistry? Yeah, chemistry. And she was in that class,
Okay.
and she was like, Christian, I have chemistry. And like as a joke, I was just like, yeah, we have chemistry together. Because I don't remember why. Because we had the class together. So I was just like, yeah, we have chemistry together. And then I don't know what that bitch thought, but I think she thought that we were boyfriend and girlfriend. And then she texted me. She was like, hey, boyfriend. And I was like, what? Like, I put my phone down, and I'm like, no.
Me?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not your boyfriend. Like, what you talking about? And she's like, yeah, you are. You said we have chemistry. And I was like, yeah, we have 7 period together. Like, what you talking about, bro?
Yeah, we have chemistry.
Yeah. And
You
then
guys
she
don't
was,
have biology.
yeah, she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah,
I
but I want a relationship. I was like, I'm good. I don't want a relationship. And like, she did this for like a whole day, freaking trying to like follow me around lunch, hold my hand. I felt like a victim, if I'm telling the truth here. And then like I remember like I went to go hide in the gym to go play basketball because I was just like, not good.
I remember that lunch.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm good. Like, she's all looking at me like, where's Christian? I'm like,
Because you told me, you're like, bro, before this gets out of hand, you're like, I don't want this to ruin our friendship. You're like, listen, just be careful. And I was like, oh, I don't see you in the wrong.
yeah. And I was
And
like,
then
what
she
the
showed up
hell?
and she like waved, and I thought she was waving at me, but she was waving at you. Remember?
Yeah, and I
And
was like, no. And then like I remember like just to be like the nice person, I just walked to the class and she like gave me a kiss on the cheek. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm done.
Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I was like
Because were we walking to 6th? I know, because it was one of the lunches we were going to
6. We were going to 6. It was going to 6
Oh,
because
I
we
thought
would have
we were-
all went to lunch after lunch. We all went together anyway.
Yeah, I thought we were going to camp.
Mm.
Oh.
And the next day, it was like later on that day, like she texted and she goes like, she's like, oh, I can't wait for first day. I was like, before you get out of hand with this, I don't want. I felt like Chowder. You know that one girl that likes Chowder? Yeah. I was like, I don't want this to go out of hand, but like I don't want to be with you. I just to put this clear, I don't like you like that.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, okay, like I respect you for at least telling me the truth and not wanting to play me. I'm like, bitch, I wasn't playing you at all. Like,
Yeah. You're like, I didn't want to play any game. I didn't want to be in
yeah,
any game.
yeah, but she's like, oh, okay. I was like, but Eli likes you, and that's how Eli. I don't know how I worded it, but I made some magic so where Eli and this girl got together
For a week.
for a week, and
It's
then
like she was talking. She was like, yeah, for 1 month, I want to have like bracelets or matching shirts or something. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. Like, I'm down. But I've had a lot of like 1 week old like relationships, and most of them were just like, or 2 of them were like, you know, girls that just like, you know, like talking about the future. And I'm like, like I was like, you know, that like at that time I was like, cool. Like I'm cool with that too. And it just lasted a week. But now, like, when girls do that, I'm just so skeptical because I'm like, I don't want to talk about the future because it's just my past. It's like that shit, just like, it doesn't last.
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. Which you see that? You seen that? Magic Johnson's like, I'm not gonna be here.
I'm not. Yeah. So, like, they just, like, you know, start, you know, saying the future. And I'm like, now I'm just like, I don't.
Skeptical.
Like, let's not do that because
I don't like playing that card.
Ended,
I don't like playing that card.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like.
Because before she was like, yeah, for 1 month I want to do this and that, and I'm like, that's cool. Like I'm down for that too.
Mm-hmm.
And she broke up with me for whatever reason, and then she went on dating
Yeah.
other guys.
Yeah,
That's cool.
she's a hoe, to say the least. Yeah, what's it called? I was like that with my girlfriend now.
Dude, if she sees this,
Yeah.
will she come after you?
Who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
No, not like that. But I was like, I'm very careful when it comes to like wording things properly because I don't want to get the wrong thing being told. And like, there's been when we were first
I do
dating,
that too.
when we were first dating,
Who?
now,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We were still talking about her. Okay.
yeah, when we were first dating, I wasn't like, oh, for 1 month, can we go do this? I
Yeah.
was just like taking it just a week at a time, you know, like being very careful, you know, just being careful, you know. And then now
Are we talking about homecoming?
no.
Okay, we're talking about hi.
Wait, who are you talking about? I'm talking about my relationship.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we're still on sophomore year.
Oh, no. I was trying to relate to that topic though.
Oh,
like when you were talking
okay.
about being very skeptical.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I was skeptical about the relationship, but like I was very careful with wording my words properly.
Yeah.
So
Playing it
like,
safe.
yeah, so I wouldn't be like, oh, for like 3 months, can we go do this? Or like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be like,
Right.
oh, New Year's party, like what do you want to do?
You,
Like
you
that.
found a girl with common sense.
Yeah, yeah. So I was very like pacing with it, if that was the right word to use. So I would just take it a week at a time. Now I'm just like, you know, like what are we gonna do for like New Year's or whatever?
Well, I mean, you guys are dating for 2 years?
Yeah, over 2 years now. So
That was junior year, right?
Yeah.
Started junior year.
yeah, it was just like when we first started dating. Like I was like, if it was the week of Halloween, I was like, you want to hang out? She's like,
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't be like, oh, next month's.
Thanksgiving, you want to come see my family? Kind
Yeah.
of thing, yeah.
And I would wait for that. But yeah, that's how I was at first. But now I've gotten to the point where I'm comfortable. Yeah.
Alrighty. But yeah, thank you guys so much for this is our first episode.
Yeah, this is our first episode. So thank you for watching, sticking around. If you watched the whole video, listen to everything. Hopefully we made you laugh. Maybe come back next week, record the next episode 2.
Next week, next episode. I don't
More
know.
stories, more crazy stories. Yeah. If you want us to talk about anything,
Leave it in the comments.
leave it in the comments or just DM. You probably already know who we are. So
Yeah.
just DM us and
Yeah.
we'll get it out there. So
But yeah, thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment, whatever.
turn on the notification bell.
Yeah, ring that notification bell.
And yeah, all right. You have a great rest of your day.
Y'all have
Or
a good
night.
one.